episode 11 of Ron Dennis Returns, the McLaren series on F1 Manager. So we'll have a quick recap of where we are so far. Currently sitting 4th in the championship after some very good results, but a really bad weekend last week at Silverstone, where neither car got any decent result. We go to Austria. Since last weekend we have a new underfloor which brings our speed up massively. We also had a front wing, suspension we didn't make any good use of in Silverstone. Since that we have started new development on a front wing and a rear wing. Should have both of those through by the end of this ATR period. So 2 races before we get our front wing, and the rear wing will be available before the end of the summer break, ready for Belgium. So with a bit of luck, we should be able to get another suspension component through after the front wing, while not using too much on the ATR. I did leave a little bit of ATR time left on the table for us to do that, and then after this ATR period I think we'll probably just start work on next year's car. As far as our facilities are concerned, we do need some investment. The design centre is a primary concern. We need to get that 5th engineer available as soon as possible, really. To be honest, I can probably drop one of the engineers off, as we currently can do three projects. So if I drop the front wing components down a little bit, maybe go get 2 days out of that, and then maybe drop some time off the rear wing. I'll just check the calendar again for that one. Yeah, I'd rather not, because it means that I won't have to spend extra money on rushing a first component for the rear wing, whereas I can just do normal development on that. So I'll keep the one development there. Let's go to a new project and design some. I wonder, as long as it's available for Spa, which is 49 days away, we could do a new chassis. Potentially. Well, that's very convenient. As far as speed is concerned, okay, we may be better off going with either suspension or with side pods, actually. So side pods for the Belgian Grand Prix, 40 days. So that increases our engine cooling massively to the best on the grid for the side pods, which is interesting. We gain a lot more speed with the side pods than we do with but it's not fast enough. Unless we throw another engineer on, which we can do. We'll take another engineer off the front wing pop that on there. That will give us some greater top speed, greater acceleration, much better medium speed cornering. Not really that fussed about the DRS. It's grossly overpowered in this game anyway. And realistically, cornering is a Waz. So we're talking about general development of the car rather than just a specific one thing for Spa. I'll double check the suspension attributes if I go for suspension instead. Now I have already developed a few suspension components. This will be ready much quicker, but not in time for Hungary, so it would probably make more sense to go for a longer term development. So it doesn't help our top speed really very much, about as much as the chassis did, but our cornering and brake cooling. Now I feel like the better option here would be to go for the side pods potentially. So full drag reduction. Our engine cooling is pretty good, so I might just leave that. There we go. I think that's the best decision to go with. And what we'll do is we'll go with intense development. And then take a engineer off the front wing and add to the side pod development, and that brings it down to 48 days, so we can emergency develop the part when it comes through, ready for Belgium. And we'll be testing 2 new parts or 3 new parts of Belgium, which will be interesting. 3 new parts of Belgium. That's going to be a rather busy practice session. Okay. So as far as the Drivers' Championship is concerned, Lando's doing exceptional. That's kind of expected. Danny Rick's had a couple of poor races where he's just gone outside the points. But basically when Lando's been sat in the top 10, just in the top 10 early in the season, Danny Rick's just missed out. We are pushing for both cars to be top 5, ideally by the end of the season, but next year's car will be more important. We have already basically achieved the objective from our board to, I believe it's top 6 in the top 6. So as you can see by the team championship at the moment, it'll be very surprising if we get caught by AlphaTauri. Don't want to slack off just yet though. We've got our new underfloor. That should bring some better results pretty soon. The new developments coming before Spa will also be a massive help. And then probably do maybe one more major part for this season at a time, possibly for 2 ATR periods, and start on next year's car doing 2 parts for next year's car per ATR period. But we do need to make some money, sharpish. So, objectives for this race: Q2. Apparently we only have to reach 1 car to Q2. We'll get both cars into Q2, that won't be a problem. I'm aiming for both cars in the top 10. What I might do is play a contingency and go qualifying position 12th. We're going to lose 40 grand by doing that, but just in case. We should have really had both cars in the top 10 for quali on Silverstone if it weren't for some dodgy weather and me messing up the final lap. Finish position, top 8 for both, I think is very reasonable. We have a car that's capable of that now. Finish position streak, top 12, 2. That makes some room for mistakes, and to be honest, the reward is only 100k for saying top 10, so I'm not going to bother with that, and I prefer to do hot streak target of 2 because realistically there is no real benefit. Just now to say, oh, I'm going to do an extra race. Yes, I get 600k for that second race, but it'll be 4 races before I make it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go with 11th. And then see how we get on there. Because that value will... Yeah, let's do 3 races. Why not? See what happens. I'd rather have the money sooner, but we have already stolen TO4 chair from Sauber. Although technically not Sauber because they haven't got him as their reserve driver. He's currently just sat as an F2 driver and having... Here's dog. Ruby. Quiet. So in case it's not clear, this was a bit of a test with regards to the vocals. I don't have a safe place to really record at the moment, which is why I've held off. It's in the plan. As far as technical staff are concerned, Shabil Kulu is a random generated technical chief who was far better than our starting one. And of course I've got someone at the front door. I'll be back in a moment. Fun when the wife's been ordering packages from Amazon and you didn't know about it. Right. Massively unprofessional. Settle the dogs down, start again. So, we stole Diego Tondi from Ferrari. True Ron Dennis era fashion. Let's nick tech from Ferrari. Why not? That didn't officially happen. It never made it to McLaren Technical Centre. As far as race engineers are concerned, we have still got our original starting ones, Chris Hayes and Jason Pryor. Still attributed to the original drivers, Danny Rick and Lando Norris in respective order. So, quick save, and let's move on.
The battle is surely going to rage this weekend. Welcome to the Green Hills of Austria. The Red Bull Ring hosted its first Grand Prix in 2014 and it's been spectacular ever since.
In due course.
The Red Bull Ring is one
catch up with the
hungry
YouTube
beast
channel.
of a power track. Drivers face
That will You can find the link in my bio or on the links section, but it's Darth Raven Gaming. Okay, so as far as this track is concerned, it's all high-speed stuff, with the exception of a couple of low-speed corners. We have got a massively better car in low-speed corners. It's something I really focused on with our development this season. The McLaren was really weak on low-speed corners. It shows early on in the season. To have a car that's better with low-speed corners at the back end of the season is massively advantageous, and hopefully we can continue that development through to next season. This is a pretty mid-grid with medium and high speed, but I hope that our drivers will be able to pull the issues up with that one. As far as stops are concerned with this one, it should really be a one-stop. There is the possibility you can go soft, medium, soft if you save the soft tyres, but given that it's raining, I don't think that's going to be a thing. We're expecting rain for most of the weekend, and I would probably rather save a set of mediums, a set of softs, 2 sets of softs, a set of mediums, a set of hards to the race, because we're probably just going to have one set of tyres, one stop, from wet to dry or dry to wet. Maybe have dry, wet, dry, I don't know, but if we do, we'll have 2 sets of softs available for that. The drop-off is pretty minimal, so as long as you've not got less, as long as you've got more than about 30 laps, then soft tyres it is. Okay. So with it being a wet session to start with, we're going to be losing the 2 most worn tyres after the first session, so I will be going straight onto a set of mediums, as I really don't want to be stuck with all my softs getting used up. I don't think this weekend would be a wise one to use. Actually, no. Let's use Teoporcher this weekend. The reason I'll put him in Lando's car is very simple. That Danny Rick's development needs the points more due to his modifier than Lando does. Lando will still become absolutely insane, especially if you can get the overtakes in. Once we get to a point where the cars are ahead of each other, ahead of the rest of the grid, we'll be pushing for them both just DRSing each other constantly to maximise their points. So as far as cornering is concerned, we don't really need it, but we do need braking stability. If I remember right, Austria is a relatively balanced circuit with regards to the anti-roll. And it does require a higher downforce setup than you would imagine. It's very interesting. Let's go with a minimally we do need traction though, so let's go with that. As far as cornering is concerned, I think we can go with that. So this is just a mini game at this point. Oh, one thing we must remember to do is put our old engines back in. We put a new engine in Silverstone in both cars, which, to be honest, hampered our progress. It put us both to the back of the grid. Probably shouldn't have done it in the end. But we were much, much faster towards the end of the Grand Prix, which is very confidence filling. Now, as far as gearboxes are concerned, we're going to need to use that as a practice gearbox now. Lando got rear-ended in a practice session, so he had serious damage to his gearbox and lost one early. So we're likely going to need to take a new gearbox for Lando.
Daniel, I didn't hear your radio check. Radio check?
Quick weather check.
Yep, radio's good,
So we
Dirk's
have
good.
rain
Sessions should be starting now.
probably in around 10 or 15 laps. Throw 20 laps of fuel in and boot it, hope for the best. Second behind Verstappen on softs is very promising, especially when we're not even pushing. So all these cars, with the exception of Sainz ahead of us running softs.
Light rain on the radar.
Okay.
There's no way we're going to be competing with the Ferraris. They are disgustingly fast, by far the strongest car on the grid at the moment. So the 20 laps of fuel that I put in is probably not enough to finish off the practice program before we end up getting to rain. Although, say that, where is the rain?
How's the balance? How's balance?
Pull Lando in. And pull Danny Rick in. It's not Lando. It's Theo. Right, so we have good on the straights performance, so we need a higher downforce primarily. Cornering, tempted to leave as it is. Good for traction. The question is, which way is good for traction? Is it that way or that way? I think Austria needs a balanced setup. It is interesting that the oversteer is bad, so if we aim there without changing anything else to start with. that actually looks like it might be a decent setup. We'll try that. I'm semi-tempted to go out again with those mediums on, but realistically, it's going to have to be the softs. And what we'll do is we'll pop one map of fuel just in case. Danny Rick. Fuel. Soft tyres. And setup. So he had great for his downforce levels. I think that means in that case we'll just drop the let's try that. So the rain's apparently 100% chance. There we go. We're not going to be using the softs then.
Daniel, it's raining heavy now in pit lane.
Understood.
So my weather centre is completely inaccurate.
Weather
Of
update.
course the
This
rain
rain
stopped.
has stopped.
Why wouldn't the rain have stopped? The rain is back. To a point where we're going to need wet tyres. Everyone's wondering why I'm using the lower speed option for push. It decreases wear and also reduces the chance of incidents in practice. And when using a young driver in particular, that is an issue. Just going to slow the chair off a little bit. I don't want them too close behind Danny Rick.
Okay, I had a lockout.
And that would be the reason why.
Copy.
Is that a lockup? Oh, we've had a spin.
So we'll probably be lucky to really get much past the end of this practice program before the end of the session now. Let's just have a look at track water levels. So track water levels will probably go down to Inter's level about 2 or 3 minutes away from the end of the session.
Did somebody spin out there?
And there goes the lock-up on share.
Oh, big lockup there.
That would be the same incident. Now, what we'll do
Just trying to give
is
a very
leave
quick
them
feedback
out,
and then we'll jump
I
in.
think, rather than for now. I'll do the same with Danny Rick as well. Right, let's bring them in. Oh. Mini-game success there. So we'll be doing nothing with that. Throw 10 laps of fuel in. And
Daniel pit lane.
set him gone.
Okay, understood.
And Teo also in a very good position for Lando's setup. We will change nothing but the tyres. 10 laps of fuel, off we go. This is just to minimise the window for the minigame.
Oh, did someone run wide there?
So 42 laps in the session, 43 laps in the session for each of the drivers. I'd call that a productive day. 8/10 behind Max Verstappen. It's alright that. Considering the gap between the tyres is somewhere in the region of about 5/10, and we weren't pushing. Massive confidence for the setups. Let's just double check that tyre difference. So no, it's 3/10, so we'll be a couple of tenths off. Maybe even matching the Red Bulls around here, which is potential for a very good result. With there being no DRS in the race likely because of the rain, it's all going to be on the drivers. So let's throw 21 laps in. Lando gets a crack. Not worried about drivers not being able to use let's go hards. Danny Rick will get his now some guesswork about going the right way. We obviously have to go towards more braking stability. That is how we go about that. And to be honest, I don't really want to change too much. I feel like that's enough. As far as Lando's concerned, less oversteer, maybe more. Lando wants more braking stability, so if we do that, I think. Double check Danny Rick's setup, so 5:13 is optimal there. It's interesting that Lando wants more downforce. Lando usually wants less. we'll try that. There we go. Quick save, just in case there's a glitch again. It's also worth remembering that we had our 4 engines in for that practice session and still were close enough to be classed as competitive, so I think there's a possibility
Radio check.
that
Yep,
the Red
radio
Bulls
is good.
will be
Drink's
leaving
good.
their slower engines in as well.
Sessions should be starting now.
Whereas Ferrari, I think, maybe had a newer engine. We can check. I think.
It's a spin!
Okay, so... the Greg does in fact have a new engine. Verstappen has a new... sorry, an old engine. Old engine's in Sainz's car. Old engine, new gearbox, new ERS. And the Red Bulls have new gearbox, new ERS, old engine as well. As it looks like everyone's on that sort of state of affairs. Latifi's ruined. Albon's is pretty good on the engine front. I'll be amazed if they keep these engines in for the race. No sign of rain, which is good.
Oh, there's a spin!
So we're running a tyre that's 6% slower lap and a very old engine. Danny Rick is, I would say, close enough, considering. Don't need to read too much into Lando's times just
That
yet.
sounds like someone's gone wide there.
Not till realistically he hits within
How's the balance?
a more decent percentage.
I'm happy.
Okay, understood.
Danny Rick fully optimal. Which means throw in another 20 laps and send him back out. Right. So Lando... I am a little reluctant to change anything just because I want to give him more seat time. But what we can do is change that very slightly. It's only a front wing change. Leave the same tyres on. So right now we are maxing out the development of the underfloor, and I've just realised I never made a second
We've just had a
underfloor for
car
Lando's
run
car.
wide.
So Lando's times are not relevant at the moment because he needs his new underfloor. So given that Danny Rick is generally around 2.5 tenths slower than Lando, the new underfloor is worth half a second. Apparently we have the strongest underfloor on the grid. So I'm looking forward to a promising result here. We are currently lapping faster
Who's
than
running
Yuki
wide there?
with tyres that have much
So Verstappen
more wear.
crashed.
Oh,
Confirm.
that's interesting. Never mind the VSC.
Sounds like there's been a crash.
Come on, Lando.
How's the balance? How's the balance?
It's all good. It's a cool car to drive.
Okay, understood.
I think we've had a car run wide.
So what we're going to do now is we'll call both cars in. And then we'll send them back out, set softs on. Ten laps of fuel. See where they sit. So that setting was not beneficial. So unfortunately Danny Rick
Someone's
is now
run
stuck
wide.
behind someone. Guan Yu on old softs. There we go, he's around him now. Let's see what he does on 90% tyres. Okay. So Lando is sat 10th behind Danny Rick.
So Daniel,
Danny
the
Rick with
session
no
is now
push.
finished.
It's half a second left on the leaders. Now, I would say half a second is less than what you would gain by going into medium push mode.
We return.
So, Lando needs a underfloor. We already have the underfloor available. How useful. Right. Let's throw 30 laps in the Danny Rick's car. Medium set of tyres and off we go. Same with Lando. We'll do 21 laps and let's try that. I'm kind of expecting a rather disgusting pace off Lando here.
Just a radio check.
Yeah, I'm ready to check, all good.
No sign of
Should
rain.
be green.
We're now behind Pedro Garcesos. So with no push, Lando is 7/10 off of Perez. A second from Ferrari.
Oh,
and
did
Softs.
someone run
So
wide
that's the
there?
difference. The Red Bulls and the Ferraris are a similar pace on this track by the look of it. And that 2/10 estimate between Danny Rick and Lando is about right.
And Lando, how's the balance?
Once again,
How's the
great
balance?
for Lando. I'm at the point where I'll just leave him out. We have a 97%. That's enough. The seat time is more valuable. Just need to come in though. Oh dear. Right, so what we'll probably do here is that, see what happens. I don't want to compromise his seat time too much. Let him have his 20 laps of fuel. And there's still time to throw some softs on at the end for a hot lap. With a bit of luck, he'll be well into the 70s, if not the 80s, for track familiarisation. With Danny Rick, however, we're going to be throwing him out on a set of softs pretty much straight away. We'll let him do one more lap. Throw 10 laps of fuel on. going out on a quali run. He's far enough behind. No, he's not. So Danny Rick is effectively 2 tenths off Russell on his quali run. Alonso is fast.
That sounds like someone's gone wide there.
Which does not fill me with confidence. So what we'll do is we'll drop Danny Rick's pace off for a lap. He is far too close to Joe. So let's go aggressive. Let's see what he can do. So Danny Rick's pace has been hampered by going new Joe there. What we do need to do, however, is send Danny Rick back out, because we need the data for
How's the balance? How's balance?
I'm happy.
Okay, understood.
the underfloor. That's interesting. So that's 97% as well. No, that's 92. Okay. Set of softs and 10 laps of fuel. Off you go, Lambo. Now, Lando does have a big gap. What can he do? Two tenths, 1.5 tenths faster than Danny Rick, which is kind of what I expected. Oh, there you go. 2 tenths. Fourth, 3.5 tenths. We know Danny Rick was slowed up on his lap as well, so that's actually quite hopeful.
The session has now finished.
And that's 93% on the parts knowledge. That's good. I'll take that. So let's revert this. To be honest, I'm not too sure where to go with this. Might try that. We need a better engine in this. The question is which engine? Do we go full balls to the wall? I don't think we do. I think we save that engine for Spa. Take the 83% engine for Lando there. I think we'll take the 83% engine for Danny Rick. I do wonder about a quali engine.
And Lando, radio check, radio check.
No sign of rain.
Yeah, all good.
Track should be green.
Track temperature's going up shortly, so we will wait till every car has done a lap. Seeing as we'll be comfortably in the top 10. This is, I think, pretty much everybody coming around now. I think Vettel's on a slow lap, but other than that, now's when we go. So, Lando go, and Rick go. And we've timed that perfectly. Half a second off
Okay, Lando, that is the end of the session.
is, for our slowest car, very acceptable. What I am going to do now, though, is check the engine situations. So Alonso is on an old engine, new gearbox, new ERS. We're on medium age for everything. That's interesting that Ocon's doing so well with a dodgy old gearbox. So Lando's at 92%. I've actually broken Lando's setup. Whoops. Do we throw Danny Rick's new ERS in? That's a penalty though if we do that. No. Because I don't think he needs it here. Because if we chuck it in at Spa, okay. I think we try and make Q3 on old tyres.
Radio check, please, Lando.
Yeah, confirm.
We're going for a little bit of luck
Okay, so
here.
that's a green light.
No, Joe's gonna hold us up. We're probably gonna have to run again. What is interesting is the only cars that are going to be faster than us. Verstappen's been held up. Could have gone later.
Sounds like we've had a spin.
There was no need to go out. Verstappen is slow. Why?
Radio check.
Yeah, I'm ready. Check all good.
Straight
Track
out.
should be green now.
The Greg's obviously going as well. Norris has got held up. What sort of chance do we take here? I want to keep 2 fresh softs for the race. Chances are Hamilton will go faster than us. I don't really mind being a position down on the grid. That's one car. Oh, Danny Rick. It's gone too late. They'll make it in time. It's too late to get any slipstream. Norris will be fast. Okay, that's actually alright. There's a big gap between us and the Red Bull and the Ferraris, but the fact that we've caught up with the Mercs on a track that's technically not catered to our strengths
The grid is packed.
So, always remember to do your sponsor guarantees. To be honest, it's unlikely. But for the sake of 50 grand to make 220, may as well put it on. The chances of us coming in the bottom, we'll be making an easy mill out of this weekend, I would expect. Softs will go very long in this. However, what we're looking at is the difference between a medium tyre going all the way to the rain or two softs going all the way to the rain. So it's lap 42. That's not very helpful. So mediums all the way is no quicker. And we're talking about maintaining track position. Whereas if we go hards to lap 42 and then inters, it gives us the option to go a little bit longer and to push. So, I think Strat C, hards, is the way to go. Obviously, this is banking on the fact that my weather predictor is correct, which it usually isn't. Certainly not for right, let's go with 3 laps extra fuel. And deploy from the start. Lando into overtake. Yeah, 3 laps extra because it's a small track. Right, okay. This is going to be probably my longest stream. Now, let's go. What's the cars
I
around
don't
us
want to
starting
tempt
on?
fate, but there are quite a few clouds overhead as we look at the lineup on the grid.
Mediums. Looks
And
like hard on
there's
the
Lando
Ferrari.
Norris. They might not be in the
Back there.
top 3 spots, but things could change fast once the race gets underway. And behind them, it's Ricciardo. With a top 10 position on the grid, this race could really go either way for them. Will their hard work pay off today? It's the race we've all been waiting for. It's the Austrian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go!
So, tyres, everyone's on the hards. So, there is the potential that would have been beneficial going on the softs and making a run for it.
Use overtake.
Yep. Yeah, understood.
Good move, good move.
So, Danny is thoroughly done there.
Overtake available if needed.
Yeah, confirmed.
So, the plan here is to get up behind Leclerc. Hold station. Well, to be honest, I'm not too hopeful being able to do that. Let's push Lando. Gone. It's too strong, so let's keep Tony Ricks. Push right there, right, okay.
Just be careful with this tyre.
All right.
DRS enabled, DRS. Okay, keep looking after the tyre.
Understood.
The important thing here is that Russell has no DRS. Danny Rick is absolutely sent it.
Nicely done.
McLaren gain a position.
Can't see him maintaining that position. I'd be amazed if he manages to keep it. It's turn 4. It started to feel like I made a mistake with the fuel here. He's going to be vulnerable to that Ferrari as well.
Red Bull gained a place.
So the fortunate thing we've got here is the Mercs are fighting. I would expect that Ferrari's going to go around. Yeah.
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place.
Oh, that was a mistake.
Sounds like someone's locked up.
Danny Rick's lost DRS, I think. Yeah. He's regained, that's fine. Let's not push Lando's tyres too much. Or Danny Rick's. Oh no.
Seems to have been a lockup. We've just had a car run wide.
So this is pretty much Hull Station by the look of it. We're in for what is potentially quite a boring race. Manage the ERS, stay within a second. We are making the drivers push a little bit harder than the other drivers. But I would expect Le Greg is going to have to pit. It's whether or not he can pull out I believe it's like a 30-second gap that you lose on this track. Let's have a look. So yeah, 25 seconds you lose. He's currently pulled out 6. So he would have to pit for softs. Really. I feel like the soft strategy was probably going to be better. So far so good. Starting to wonder if they're not pushing. Let's go lighter on Lando. As our fuel is coming down, we are catching up.
Who's running wide there?
So just keep watch of the time. Maybe look at having Danny Rick save a little ERS on this next stretch. There is the potential that we are leaning on the tyres a little too much. And it does look like it's going to be full wet at some point. Lando's keeping distance pretty well here. That gap is now a little bit too large for my liking.
I think we've had a car run wide.
We need... Oh, I suddenly got closer again. Them fighting. Oh, that's not good. We need Danny Rick to pull some time back here.
Was that a lock-up on the
He is
track?
pulling enough. Yes.
Someone's run
No,
wide.
he's not pulled enough. Oh, Danny Rick went wide. Oh dear. Right, Lando needs to play catch up here. Right, we're in a position now where we've lost the ability to keep with the Ferrari. We may as well let our drivers DRS each other.
Oh, did someone run wide there?
So Lando is slower than Max, which is no good. So what we'll do is we will save the tyres on the car behind.
They've gone wide!
No, that's the wrong car. So we're now falling back to the Max, which is not really what I wanted to see.
I think there's been a lock-up. That sounds like someone's gone wide there. We've just had a spin.
Light rain on the radar.
Okay, understood.
Oh, they've run wide.
Let's see what pace you can do.
Okay, understood.
We've just had a car run wide.
Some starting to report rain.
Okay.
Alonso pitted as well.
Who's running wide there?
Right. So, we should have pitted a lap earlier. But we got away with it. If we pitted a lap earlier, then we'd have been probably ahead of Sainz. And Ricciardo would definitely have been ahead of the Rag. The question here is, do we go for wets? And I think it's maybe not the time. It's 3 minutes of moderate rain. We need to watch what Sainz does. Sainz to stay out. It's right on the edge. DRS to say, oh great. 1 minute 4. This is meant to be heavy rain. Where is everyone on track? Conserve fuel. I think it's worth staying out on the Intus for now. It would be a massive big tick move to go for the wets.
Okay, keep looking after the tyre.
Cheers.
Oh, it's Verstappen that's out. And it appears as though the moderate rain or heavy rain hasn't come. So this definitely seems to be beneficial to the way we've gone. There's a very strong possibility we'll end up dropping position here. No, leave her alone, she's sleeping. The joys of trying to stream while attempting to train a puppy. Always fun. So, safety car is probably going to be at least another lap, if not 2. Doesn't appear as though we're going to have dry running at the end. What we'll do though is check what the strat thinks. So if we were to add a new strat, wet tyres. as it stands, the weather suggests no wet tyre running. Which is flat out weird, looking at that rain. How many more laps are you going to do? So, lapped cars will have to overtake. So there's got to be at least one more lap. So we have lapped cars between us and leader. Lapped cars may overtake. Here we go. Max fuel push. Lap cars are still not overtaken. So they will be in for another lap. Sure, it said safety car in this lap, but anyway.
Okay, safety car will enter the pits this lap. Rolling start, rolling start.
Okay. Just a reminder how late the line is. No overtaking till the line.
Confirm.
Okay, to push.
Okay, understood.
Maximum
Can't
pace.
see any way how we're going to be
Yeah, confirm.
past that for or staying ahead. There's surely no way. I would really like to get finished it. Well, how's Perez got around? So Bert must have locked something, must have properly shot.
Nice job.
That's Lando in the lead.
And McLaren with a great overtake.
Danny Rick ahead of the Red Bull, which is what we wanted.
Good job.
First and third, I will take.
McLaren gain a
There
position.
won't be any DRS now. So there is now the hope that we will be able to maintain track position. And get Danny Rick into second. It would be fantastic, but I don't think it's going to happen. Watch the gaps. We need to watch rain. 4 minutes to heavy rain. But we'll only have 3 minutes of heavy rain. This is where we need to really look at the track. I don't think it's going to be wet tyres. If it is, it's only going to be for a couple of laps. Lando's absolutely gone. Let's see how close we can get. We'll do 2 corners here with a deploy. The rain's dropping now. I suppose the question remains, how close can Danny Rick stay to the couple of sights? And I don't think he's going to be able to get round him. But he is pulling away from Checo. This will be a massive result if it stays like this. Sainz is catching Lando. Is that tyre related? Probably. I feel like we're going to drop to Sainz. There's not enough fuel in the tank to be able to do another 11 laps at this pace. Fortunate thing is that Danny Rick is running away from Checo. And the word has just come through for Ballbag Racing's first race of Season 3.
Is that a lock-up?
Which will be live on Twitch through Zirconium on Saturday at 9 PM GMT. It will be Monaco. Always entertaining. You can also see my onboard on here, and it will be cast to YouTube after
Sounds
as
like
well.
someone's locked up.
pulling away from Checo at half a second a lap. Is that still the case? Nearly. Checo's defending hard. Right, we need to drop the pace now. Are we going to have dry at the end? No. Now here remains the question of, is Lando going to try and hold up science here?
Focus on fuel from now, please.
Yeah, man.
Focus on fuel, oh dear. We are regaining fuel very slightly. There we go. Green on Danny Rick now, so green will be on there. Flash on Norris at any point in the next lap. There we go. The green out of T1. The biggest problem we've got here is the traffic. We can't get through the traffic. Well, there's going to be problems. I need the traffic to drop here. It looks like Sainz got held up a little bit there. Sainz definitely got held up there. So Lando is running no ERS on the final straight. He's got to maintain a 1 second a lap lead. Do we try and pressure Sainz with Danny Rick? I don't think so. We're already on maximum push. What I want to do on... That's going to be a VSC. We need to leave the cars on push. Chances are it's going to be VSC till the end.
There's been contact and several cars involved.
Multiple cars. Which multiple cars? I feel like it was a Merc. It was Hamilton. So, as far as AlphaTauris are concerned, the nearest point scorer to us is Gasly on 1 point. It's going to be a massive game. We're going to be working on next year's car from Belgium, I think.
This is the last
pushing
lap.
for too high up before season 2.
Looks like the grain's
We'll
clearing
achieve
up.
our objective.
Yeah, confirm.
Neither driver
Okay,
needs to
keep
touch
looking
it.
after the tyre.
Understood.
We're on the final lap. Lando brings
That
it
is the
home
checkered
for
flag.
his second win of his career.
Nice.
Okay, mate,
Gets his
absolutely
podium.
fantastic job.
That's the checkered flag.
We did well. Cheers.
Okay, Daniel, well done again. For the in-lap, can I have ACS off and H4 1?
Stuff.
White H4, position 1.
He almost played the rain to perfection. Would have come in one lap earlier, but we'll probably be looking at 1-2.
Lando Norris can be proud. What a fantastic performance from him. This podium is a brilliant reward for everyone's hard work over the weekend. And after such a fabulous drive here today, it's no surprise to see this man land on the podium. Alongside them, of course, the other two talented drivers completing today's podium lineup. A fantastic result for McLaren there.
You're completely right, and what a day for all the fans of the team as well.
And after this result, the team is fourth in the constructor standings.
As we reach mid-season, the battle will pick up again in the Côte d'Azur. Join us in the south of France at the circuit Paul Ricard.
Well, successful weekend. Much more so than I was expecting. I was hoping we made a podium finish, but 2 on the podium is much more than what I was hoping for. Development point for Poitiers as well. Fantastic. Cheeky nearly 5 mil gain there, so 3 mil in the bank extra. We renegotiated both drivers' contracts. Oh no, we didn't. We only renegotiated Danny Rex, which means that he gets a bonus if he finishes 4th or higher. Lando now still gets his bonus of 6th or higher. We will renegotiate Lando's contract, potentially for an extra year, so he can have a higher up bonus clause. Even if I have to give him an extra $1 million a year, it will work out cheaper in the long run. F1 in schools. I don't really need the 100k for that. I don't really want to pause the staff experience. I'm sorry about the kids. They're not gonna get their experience there. So we've got to go with Danny Rick's sporting changes. Here we go. Fastest lap bonus point, no, and I want to go to the classic scoring from the 90s. Only top 8. I'm not sure I like that idea. It's one thing that I think F1 has got right at the moment, above anything, is the scoring system. So we will be voting against this regulation change. With a bit of luck, the teams will do the same, but I get the feeling they won't. So I need to double check whether we're still making that suspension, because we should make another one just for the expertise. Okay, so we've got Jean-Pierre Lamboise has got another year on its contract after this one. Fred Gill says that Riccardo Adami's also got another year left after this one. So we need to do some more scouting. Riccardo Mosconi, I think, also has a contract that runs out at the same time as Bono's. I don't really want to be shelling out for another engineer or race engineer that isn't comfortably better than what we have already, and shelling out for a year's worth of buyout, considering that I'm going to be paying for a year's buyout on Jason Pryor. Sorry, not on Jason Pryor, sorry, on Chris Hayes rather. And two years on Chris Hayes and 1 year on Jason Pryor. So, Ben Michael, I was hoping was going to be a good option, but he's got 2 years left. I may aim for Carlos's engineer. There's not really any point going for Hugh Bird. Let's have a look at head of aero. Oh no, we've already done head of aero. Never mind. One thing I have noticed, they don't seem to be gaining development points. So Danny Rick, for increased pace on Danny Rick, braking, I believe, is going to be the main course of action here. That's the main reason that Lando is quicker. So braking is Théo Pourchaire. He's a long way off being ready to get into a car. Reactions, I think, is the main course of action there. We need to realistically pull his accuracy up and his control before he gets long-term running in a car. We've got a few years to do that because we've got massive contracts left on these guys. But he will need to be much more consistent than what he is now to be able to push. So, manufacturing, okay. So we're going to make 2 more of the suspension. So we've currently got a new front wing coming. a new rear wing coming. There's not really any reason to build anything. While Lando has high morale, it's maybe worthwhile, because he will have high morale from his win. It'll be worth trying to renew his contract. So we offered him 5 seasons, which includes the seasons of 4 more years, and he rejected. Let's try that. Declines. Let's give him some more money and drop his lump sum down. No, not lump sum bonus. Target bonus. 900k. Oh, hang on. He doesn't want to take a pay cut. Let's give him 10k, 10 million. And drop his race target bonus to 900k. See what he says about that. Denied again. So if we go to 1 million, but require that he hits second, it won't let me but offer another contract. That's a bit of a shafting, but never mind. He will likely take that next time round. Let's build another underfloor. We're nowhere near the cost cap, and we won't be anywhere near the cost cap, so we'll go for the expertise here. I think it's worth spending money there on a staff expertise gain. Let's not do that left pad yet. How's this regulation vote gone then? Majority rules against. Clearly it was something Ferrari had put forward. We have what does Diego Tondi need? I'm going to give him drag reduction. Oh, Lando's letting me renew his contract. That's interesting. I wonder. There we go. So both site drivers are signed on for 4 more years. We're not currently building anything. We don't need another chassis. We don't need another front wing. Or another rear wing. We don't need new side pods or suspension. It's a bit of a waste not building, but at the same time we are a little bit short on money at the moment. So the pit crew have done exceptional work with front and rear jacks. Whether or not we push for balanced or whether we go for just tyre change at the moment, I think balanced. I think the scouting team's fine as they are, but we're not actually scouting somebody at the moment, so let's have a look at the driver. We don't actually need any drivers at the moment, so we currently have Potato Porcher as an 18-year-old. There's plenty of time left in Lando, there's plenty of time left in Potato Porcher. We've got Oliver Bierman scouted. I think Isaac Kajar, perhaps. Well, we're going to be able to scout both of them by the end of the season, so let's do that. French Grand Prix. Where's the car? So I think a podium we're going to be lucky here. Which is kind of fine, because we've got a car that is not really going to be competing on that front. But at the same time, we could also throw the new ARS in on each car. And as this is a power circuit, potentially absolutely smash every car that is in the midfield. So I think it's worth looking at that. Performance targets. quali positions. I think it's worth saying that we're going to be top 10 again. Might we get a fastest lap? It's worth just banging it on for the sake of 50 grand. Position streaks. This is the problem. We'll get grid penalties, and I don't know if I want to chance the grid penalty here. But at the same time, if we say we're going to end up coming top 10 in the race and take the grid penalty, it's a massive reward. So we'll do that. How are my drivers looking? And my staff. All is well. That wind tunnel being available for the new car's development is going to be huge. So it's a question of whether we will push for a bit more downforce this season with one more part or not. We are 100 points ahead of Alfa Romeo. I can't see us losing out to AlphaTauri. It would make more sense to do a couple of intense parts. So I think that's probably what I'll do. I'll maybe do one or two more intense developments on non-high-end length parts. Maybe do the suspension and the chassis. With the underfloor, we supposedly already have the best underfloor on the grid, so we'll probably go straight to next year with that one and aim for a big one. I feel like that's the best option. Okay, I'm going to end the stream there. Thank you for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'd really appreciate the like and the subscribe if you managed to make it all the way through this. Yeah. Cheers, guys.